Hello, hello. All right, I'm hoping you can see me and hear me. That would be a plus. Yes, it would. So, there we go. We are golden. Hey, you guys, welcome to today's Q&A. We do this every Tuesday at noon Central. Your opportunity to ask questions, me to answer them. That's how it's going to go. So if you have a question on what we have available here at Decker Truck Line, you can go ahead and put your zip code in the chat. And between Ann and I, we've got you covered. We'll fill you in on what's available here. We're going to be talking about trucking jobs here at Decker Truck Line. So if you're looking for refrigerated, van, flatbed, we even have a Conestoga position down in the Tifton, Georgia area. We have a few different options. So Amy says, sound and video good. Awesome. Win-win. So we're winning on this one already. That is fantastic. So welcome, you guys. Here going on here at Decker. I don't know if you guys are keeping track of our Facebook page at all, but we are honoring our administration, our safety, and so HR, administration, and safety. So basically, we're lumping them into that group. I know we've got a lot of back end, behind the scenes that not everybody recognizes the work and all who's involved in it. So we want to make sure that we take a moment to go ahead and do that. So we'll be honoring them throughout the week. So if you get a chance and you check out our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/detailing, if you want to share a story, a comment, fun fact, we love those, please go ahead and do so. So honoring a few this week. Also this week, if you missed yesterday's live, which we do a live every Monday at 4 p.m. Central on our Facebook page, again, that's facebook.com/detailing, then you may have missed our drawing for the Yeti. So remember we had a scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt was basically, Katie's here, woohoo! Got Anna, Katie, and Amy. All right. Who else is here? So the scavenger hunt, it was basically a few individuals. Let's actually share those. Basically, we needed, there you go, we've got the Three Musketeers here, whether they're owning that title or not. But the scavenger hunt itself was requiring that you take a picture of you and your truck. So it needed to be a selfie, all right? So you and your truck, you and something red or yellow, you and a DTL logo, you and a pet or an animal, American flag, you and the American flag, you and at a rest stop or a truck stop, a street sign. You can see all these pictures along. You see Colleen on there. Anything that starts with a D, another Decker driver or a Decker employee, getting a picture of those. So those are the 9 requirements or the 9 criteria for the scavenger hunt, which was over it was over on the 31st of July, and we voted last week. So if you didn't get your votes in, it's too late. We already did the drawing yesterday, and our winner for the Yeti was Tim Olden. So if you see him, congratulate him. He doesn't have it in his hands yet, but when he stops by the terminal in Fort Dodge, he'll have his brand new Yeti cooler. It's one of those soft ones. Actually, Katie took a picture so you guys can see it for us. Where's it at? Here's the Yeti. There you go. I'm going to keep showing these pictures because I didn't know if you saw them all. But that is the Yeti itself. And then the picture that you're seeing right now, that was Dale Lehman's. Dale Lehman was the winner of the $150 Visa gift card and the $50 gift card to the Decker store. So if you missed that, Dale took the title. And then we had Lisa Ormont. She, of course, took second. If you missed it, $100 gift card and a $25 gift card to the Decker store. So congratulations to all those who participated, and thank you for participating. We're pretty sure we're going to be doing a TikTok challenge next. I think Katie and I have got our a few ideas up our sleeves, right? We're hoping you guys come up with some ideas for us, to be honest. So, all right, Amy's throwing out some zip codes here. Let's start off with is that a Sealy zip code that I don't know? Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I don't recognize that one. So Amy's got a couple of zip codes here. Put the zip codes in the chat, and I will be able to answer on what we have available out of there. So let's get to it. The Missoula Terminals. We have a terminal in Missoula. It's our over-the-road refrigerated terminal, and a lot of coast to coast, a lot of west to Midwest out of there. So a couple of different options. If you're looking for a home weekly, and let me be more specific, it's actually home every 7 to 10 days. We figure for every 7 days out, it's a day and a half home time, so you're looking at 34 to 48 hours at home for every 7 to 10 days you're out. It's a lot of the Northwest and a little bit of the Midwest for this one, and you're home, like I said, about every 7 to 10 days. Now we have the option of the over the road as well, where you're out 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, you're going to be getting more miles in that time period, but you also rack up a little bit more home time too. So again, day and a half for every 7 days that you're out. Amy says, don't even go there, all Montana and Missoula, except for the one, the 59868. I wasn't even recognizing that one. Missoula County. There you go. Okay, Missoula County. I gotcha. So we've got a couple of available positions. If you are looking for additional, like if you're up in the Northwest, anywhere along I-90 from Seattle, Washington to Missoula, so Seattle, Spokane, Missoula, we can honor that 7 to 10 day out period and keep you more so in the western states for that one. Some Midwest, of course, but a little bit more of the west to Midwest. And then for flatbed, actually, before I go into flatbed, also in the Northwest, the Tri-Cities in Washington, Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. Which one was I missing? Those are also a home every 7 to 10 days. For the most part, those are the 7 to 10 day options up in the Northwest. Now, obviously, in the Midwest, where our main terminal is, which is Fort Dodge, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, we do offer more home time options out of the Midwest. But for the Northwest, 7 to 10 days is going to be the larger home time. And then with the flatbed, or then you have the 2 to 3 weeks out as well if you want to do that. But then with the flatbed, we have the home every 2 weeks if you live from the I-5 in Southern Oregon up to Seattle, Washington. So it's about 2 to 3 weeks out that one. And that is definitely western states that you're running for that division. Amy says, yep, Missoula County. Yeah, except for the one. Amy says, but if you must do the TikTok, then you make the pre and post trip fun videos. Yes, that we should do. I like that idea. We need to do the pre and post trip. Excellent. May help track down more of those trailer issues. Yes, I love it. Yeah, see, I knew that one wasn't one of mine. All right, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I think the pre-trip, post-trip is the best option. So, thought it started raining out here a second ago, but nope, it was a bird hitting my window. All right, random. So again, with that flatbed, you're actually being your terminal, your dispatch terminal is in Bessemer, Alabama, but running the Northwest for the most part. That's more of our over-the-road flatbed terminal. Speaking of flatbed terminal, so Bessemer does have home time options, weekly home time options if you're looking for those. If you're looking to get home, usually on a Friday or a Saturday, so a Friday night or Saturday morning, and then coming back out either Sunday or Monday. So Sunday night, Monday morning, usually for a Monday morning delivery. Now I say that that's the home time, which is the norm. However, it could be throughout the week as well, but it's usually coming in on a Friday or Saturday because of the way the flatbed freight runs. You know, it just kind of works that way. Now with the refrigerated division, the home time is not always set on the weekend. Sometimes you're looking at more of a Sunday, Monday type scenario, but we do try to straddle that pay period. Our pay period cutoff is at Sunday night, and then you're paid the next Friday. So everything that you get in by Sunday night gets paid Friday. And yes, we do have a guaranteed pay as well. You have that issue as well. Yes. Nope, not all. So Yes, so that is the home time, or kind of the home time for the refrigerated and the flatbed, especially in the southeast. So a little bit of flexibility on there, little wiggle room, but the paperwork has to be in. And we have TransFlow. We have the TransFlow app on your phone that you can do on tablet, so the mobile app, and then of course the tablet in the truck, the TransFlow GeoTab unit, to get your paperwork in. Paperwork must be in by Sunday at 10 p.m. in order to get paid Friday. Now remember that if you can get them in directly after the load, it's going to be a whole lot easier for you. So ideally that would be the case. Not everybody does that. It's fine, but get it in by the end of payroll. So that way payroll can get that over to you. I don't know, Aim. We're just kind of throwing ideas out there right now. If you have ideas for the TikTok challenge, you should put it in there. Surprise ideas. We love ideas because sometimes we just can't get, we kind of, I don't know, top out on creativity. so yeah, we would love some ideas. We're always looking for challenges. Those are fun. I think we need to do another calendar challenge, right? We've got calendars for the last 2 years. We used to do them years ago, and we had taken a break, and so the last 2 years we've done calendar challenges, which are super fun. So you get a picture of your truck, get it in, and then we put together a Decker challenge. Probably Thursday. Sounds like the podcast will be coming out on Thursday this week, which is the norm. You know, sometimes it'll be an early Friday morning, but it's usually a Thursday. So be on the lookout for the next podcast. Yes, we like to provide information to you on several different platforms. Some people prefer some over others, and either way, we do try and get those uploaded for you so you can listen to them here on our YouTube channel as well. And if you want to talk to a recruiter, thank you, Anna, you can go ahead and reach out to them at 888-668-0698. You can actually see the number right there. Or apply online at drivedecker.com. Or right there. It's in both locations, kind of written over my Drive Decker there, but it's there. We have our Tifton dedicated. Now, I wanted to talk about this for just a second. Like most of our positions that we have here at Decker, we have a guaranteed pay. The guaranteed pay requirements are pretty basic, but they're there, there to protect everybody. Make sure you get your paperwork in on time. Hey, look, I already talked about that. Get your paperwork in on time. No load refusals. So remember, it's on a week-by-week basis for the guaranteed pay, and it's at least $1,000 a week with this Tifton dedicated, which will get you home either every other day or pretty close to on a daily basis. It's just leave out one morning, come back the next afternoon, that kind of thing. So back to that, it's guaranteed $1,000 a week. Of course, your rate of pay per mile and the miles that you run, if it exceeds that $1,000, you're going to get the better of the two. That's our goal. That's what we want to see for you, and I'm sure that's what you want to see too. All right, so let's see. Get your paperwork in on time. No load refusals. No driver service failures, so no late loads. No CSA violations, and no preventable accidents for the week. And what am I missing? Did I say no driver service claims? No claims. There we go. Get your paperwork. No load refusals. Be available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week. That's what it was. I'm trying to remember my 6 criteria. They're pretty basic, but they are there for you. And of course, your rate of pay per mile is going to be based off of your experience. So if you have questions on that, reaching out to a recruiter, and again, that telephone number is right here, but reaching out to a recruiter will help answer those questions based off of the experience that you do have, so that we can take care of you and give you a little bit more detail on the running lanes, the out time. By the way, the running lanes for this Tifton dedicated, it's a lot of, obviously Tifton, Georgia is the main hub. It's aluminum that you're hauling, and it is in a Conestoga trailer. So if you don't have flatbed experience, we can work with it. It's preferred, but we can work with it. And I believe we just have the one position available. So get your applications in right away if you're looking to get started with this position. A great home time, great guarantee, and of course tons of benefits as well. You get The Blue Cross Blue Shield is an 80-20 plan. It starts after 60 days. You have a 50% match on the 401k. Company paid life insurance, paid vacation, which is 1 week after 1 year, 2 after 3, 3 after 7. You've got the EAP program, which is the Employment Assistance Program, available to you. Now, this is not just for the Tifton position, but this is going to be for all of our company positions that we have. The EAP program, again, it's an Employment Assistance Program that's going to cover not only virtual doctor conversations, but also you'll have the telemark. Well, the telemark is through the MeMD, which is also available for you, those who have the Decker insurance and as well as those who don't have the Decker insurance. So if you opt not to take the Decker insurance, it's going to be $35 a month for MeMD. Otherwise, it'll be included in it. So, and then Unum, like I was saying, that's the employee assistance program, which is available to all of our employees and their spouse, their family, their extended family. It's available all the way around. So best thing to do is to talk to a recruiter, get some information from them. We can send you a PDF with a little breakdown of it. You can take a look at the website and see everything that's covered within the EAP. I kind of wanted to hit a little bit more on that because this, like I said, this is our human resource, our safety and administrative week, and they do a lot of that, a lot of prepping and getting that information available to us, all those resources available to us, and so I want to make sure that that information is brought out. Speaking of getting those resources available, we've switched to Principal for our 401k. So if you haven't already switched to get your username and password set up, please make sure that you reach out to Andrea and get all of that taken care of. So again, if you have any questions, feel free. Amy says, what are we going to do if we retire soon because of the amazing 401k plan? Amy, I love you dearly. Yeah, the 401k plan, now you're fully vested, I believe, at 6 years, but it is a 50% match, and you can put in as much, I think as much as like 30% or something like that, 25%, something like that, but we match up to 8% of your total earnings. Well, as your pay increases, because you get a penny raise after 90 days, you get a penny raise every year on your anniversary until you cap out there. But as your pay increases, obviously the amount that you can put in the 401k that we match will continue to rise as well. Now, again, it's 6 years vested. And if you have questions, Andrea is the go-to for that one as well. You can also reach out to your recruiter or to a recruiter at 888-668-0698 for more details on that. And yes, we can definitely get you a PDF or a spreadsheet of our benefits package so you can review that and make sure that your questions are answered. I know sometimes when you're comparing different insurances, you kind of want to see things apple to apple, eye to eye here, and just make sure that what you need to be covered on, because maybe you have a previous illness or something, that it's going to be covered the way that you need it to. The Blue Cross Blue Shield does have a prescription plan available to it. Plus we have dental and vision available as well. I think for dental it runs roughly $2, maybe $3 a week. And then the vision is about $2 a week. It's about $5 a week for the dental. Had to think about that. Hey Frog, how are you again? Good to see you on here. You did make it. Good deal. Yes. Let's see, I made sure. All right, Anna did go ahead and put in that contact information for both the EAP. She put the the website, that's the word I wanted, as well as the telephone number for you guys to kind of look it over if you had questions. And then, of course, the information on the insurance is also available to you there. So you can check it out, get your questions answered. We have a lot of other insurances available that you can kind of tack on there if you want. Not everybody chooses to do that. Totally up to you in your situation. Some people feel like too much insurance is too much, and others just want to get as much as possible. So that's totally up to you. If you have questions, though, best thing to do is to reach out to us, or feel free to ask right here so that we can get those answered for you. Yeah. Imagine if you've got questions, so does somebody else. We just want to make sure that they're all answered. Where was I going with all of that? Oh, so back to the benefits for the Tifton, along with everything else. We also have the monthly, I almost said weekly, we have the monthly bonus structure. We have both the Smart Drive and the Scorecard bonuses, so check those out. If you have questions on that, make sure that you let us know. The Scorecard bonus and the Smart Drive we're going to go through, I believe, next week. Where's my calendar? Probably have that information for you next week, because it's usually the... Oh, look, I'm throwing things. It's usually... Yes. Usually we get the bonus notifications around the 15th of the month, between the 10th and the 15th of the month. So that'll be exciting to find out. Our goal for the rest of the year is to hit 90,000 in payouts for a month. Our total, or our top payout so far this year for within the month was, I think, 83,000. Katie, what was our top payout? So the payout is the Scorecard and the Smart Drive combined, and it was over 80,000, which was our highest, and we had 2 months with that, which blows my mind. I was pushing for like 70,000 or 79,000 or something like that, and we exceeded it. We blew past it. I was so excited. But it is our 90th anniversary. For those of you who didn't know, it is our 90th anniversary. And we have a lot to celebrate here at Decker. We've done a ton of changes through suggestions that have come through our WorkHound. If you're not familiar with it, WorkHound is a company that we've partnered with, and they basically will reach out to our drivers, our in-house employees, and find out, just get, pull information from you really on situations you may have dealt with, opinions you might have, suggestions or information that you have that you could provide to us to make Decker better. Always striving to be the best, driven to be the best, right? So the WorkHound is really a place that gathers the information for us. It's anonymous, so you don't have to worry about, and you shouldn't have to worry about that anyway, about having repercussions or something like that for bringing up a matter. We never want you to feel that way. We do not want you to feel that way. However, some people do feel that way, and with the WorkHound just kind of allowing you to hide behind the curtain and say your piece, we can still get that information from you on your needs and being able to take care of the situations, or maybe a suggestion. Let me give you a few sample suggestions. The change in our pet policy is one. We found out that we needed a pet policy or a dog policy a couple of years ago, and we then increased the weight of the dog. Started out with 35 pounds, discovered that wasn't enough for some people, bumped it up to 55 pounds, and then this year we bumped it up again to 85 pounds. So if you have a small horse, no, just kidding, but if you have a dog, a pretty good sized dog, 85 pounds or less, non-aggressive breed, then yes, they can ride with. Of course, we'll need the shot records and everything. And it is a $750 deposit, where $500 is refundable. But back to my point, all of this came about through the WorkHound survey. So did, not installing, but we have a new shop in Des Moines area. This shop has really helped to increase our rate for the A and B services to get you in and out, have reliable service, and really not cut into your time clock or into your hours like it was before. Yeah, Amy says no farm animals. No pygmy goats, no farm animals. Sorry, Patrick. So yeah, the Des Moines shop, having added that was also a WorkHound win. That's what we call them, WorkHound wins. And in addition to the shop itself, we've made some upgrades in the short amount of time that we've had it. So we've got some additionals there. We've got trucks on hand in case your truck is having issues and it's in the shop, and maybe it's been in the shop a few times, and we just need really to dive deep into an overhaul, and yet you don't want to stay. You have the option to take a a temporary truck to get those miles for yourself. Of course, we paid detention. We paid breakdown in this situation, obviously. Breakdown, layover when needed, but we have, he is, Amy. But we do have those available pay cushions as well for you to keep you going. But other Workhound wins that we can brag about, which when it comes to taking care of a lot of these suggestions and stuff, this is where our administration, our safety, our human resources that we kind of overlook, we don't always recognize the efforts that they put into it. SHOP has been super involved in a lot of these, but that's where these guys come in, is some of these Workhound wins. They implement those suggestions that you have. So kudos to those. And a huge shout out to Katie, who's on here right now, kind of hiding in the background. But I tell you what, if it wasn't for her, we would have, the communication would really be lacking in getting everything out to you. So she does a fantastic job. Not only the games and the pictures, which I know you guys are well aware of, but she does quite a bit to get everything prepared, helping Tammy with those weekly Inside the Triangle newsletters, which are very informative and keep you guys all in the loop on things. So huge shout out to both of them, actually. So back to the Workhound wins, because there's a lot to brag about there, and I won't hit on all of them because maybe we'll save that for another day, but to kind of give you more of an idea on what suggestions came out of there. We've added popcorn machines at the terminal. We've added an ice machine. We've done upgrades to our Decker Hotel or Decker Motel. So at Fort Dodge, there is, I think, 4 rooms at the Fort Dodge terminal. So if you are getting work done on your truck and you kind of need to unwind, relax a bit, have a quiet space, you can go in and check in to the Decker Hotel, and you have your own room that you can just relax, sleep, get the rest that you need. In Missoula, we have the kind of a private room as well. Big old lounge chair. You've got a computer, telephone if you need to get in and make some calls, pay some bills, TV to relax, watch TV. So, of course, TV's in all the trucks too. So, tons of amenities. Speaking of amenities, a lot of those came from the Workhound as well, or at least suggestions from our drivers to implement those. So keep them coming. We love to hear it. Any of those. Amy says, does anyone know her job title at Decker? As for Katie, Katie is the communication. Katie, what is your title? I'm looking it up. Katie's exact title is communications coordinator. Yep. That's what you're asking, right? For Katie. Yeah. Yep. She's the go-to. There you go. What else we have? So, yeah, coming back to the benefits. We've got the Scorecard and Smart Drive. We'll get more information out to you guys next week on what those are. But our goal is to hit over 90,000 because she is. Our goal is to hit over 90,000 because, hey, it's our 90th anniversary and we want to see big numbers, right? Hey, Scott, how you doing? Truck trade and cycle in 2017 now. Oh, great question. So, the truck trade-in cycle is supposed to be on about an 18-month average. So the trade cycle is usually around 3 years. However, with COVID and everything that happened there, we've seen a little bit different hang-up. So we did have a couple of 2017s pull into the mix so that we can keep you moving and while we were waiting for some of these trucks to come in. The trucks, we have Peterbilts, 579 Peterbilts. I think we pretty much have all of the, I think we pretty much have all of the Volvos here. I don't think we'll be getting any more of those this year, but we should have more 579 Petes. Last I heard, this was on Thursday. This was last Tuesday, I'm sorry. Last Tuesday, I heard that we should be getting 11 trucks this week. So that's our goal. We had 5 trucks the week before and 6 trucks this last week. And we were supposed to be getting 11 trucks a week. I mean, the manufacturers are way behind. And I know they're not only behind for us, they're behind for all other companies, whether you're talking about cars or trucks or whatever. But I know with us, we're waiting on quite a few. But it's a great question. Normally, I would say 3 years. That's what it was. But I do know that we had to pull in a couple of 2017s. Only 1 or 2 that I am aware of, though. So even those who are getting or who have a 2018 right now, or in your case a 2017, I didn't think we pulled a 2017 though until later, like May or so. Anyways, for those who are in anything in 18 or older, don't expect to be them in long. I mean, probably longer than you want to be right now, but don't expect to have it too long, because those are the ones we're upgrading. We're kicking out of here. We've got upgrades to get those, to get you into something newer with all of the amenities. Scott, do you have, I'm assuming you have everything, because as far as I know, all of the trucks have the Epic View, the satellite TV, they have the TransFlow Geotab system. Pretty much all of them should have that now. We have microwaves in the truck. We have refrigerators. The televisions are 32-inch. The inverters, we've got those. Like I said, the microwaves. The plug-in for, at least on the Pete's, is behind the microwave up top. CB units in all of the trucks. Free Wi-Fi through the TransFlow Geotab system. So we've got those in all of the trucks. So yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. 888-668-0698 for more details. Amy says, what are the updates Decker has in play for COVID and the new rules and suggestions, changes for the employees? As of right now, good question, Amy. So as of right now, we're sticking with the CDC. We're following the CDC guidelines. And so if you do not have your shots, your COVID shots, and you're coming onto the terminal, you are required to wear a mask. So yes, that's only if you don't have your shots. And you do need to provide HR, I believe HR, with a photo of your shot records. So please get those in if you haven't already. But otherwise, just wearing your mask. CDC, just following the basic CDC guidelines. Yes. Cases are coming and going in the areas, so I figured I would ask for an update. Yes, that's what it was. We actually sent a notice out, was it last Tuesday? I'm trying to think. Whenever I saw you, whatever day it was that I got to see you, I think it was last Tuesday. But that's when the notice came out. We got another one sent to us as a reminder yesterday, but it was the same one. So just reminding everybody that you need to provide those details to HR. So, good question. All right, so let me think back to where I was at, what I was talking about. Is that bad? Okay. Back to the Tifton position, because that's the one that I originally was going about. Okay, cool. Lots of different opportunities. We've got the one bonus that I didn't talk about was the sign-on bonus. It's a $5,000 sign-on bonus that pays out quarterly. So let me dive into this, because depending on which division you're in, it will pay out a little bit different. I mean, it pays out pretty much the same. The requirements for the accelerated part of the sign-on pay out differently. So here it goes. And I have somewhere a list. There it is. I knew I had it somewhere. I have a list of people that are getting payouts this week. So you get paid quarterly based off of your hire date for this $5,000 sign-on bonus. It's $1,250 each quarter. So if you were hired on in April, then you'll be getting your quarterly in July. So it's every 3 months from your hire date. So your first quarterly will start in July in that case. So it's $1,250. Now for a refrigerated division, or van, refrigerated or dry van, you are if you run over 25,000 miles for the quarter, then you get an additional 5 cents a mile on all the miles over that. So where I was going with that, with the refrigerated, we had Ray Ray Reitz, Michael Staley, David Wathen, Wanda Coleman all receive extra over and above that $12.50 for those bonuses. They made an extra 5 cents a mile on all the miles over 25,000. So we love to see that. The bigger the payout, the better. That means that's great for us. That's great for you. For the flatbed, anything over 20,000 miles for the quarter is going to get you an extra 5 cents a mile. And we had Isaiah Gray and Clarence Schubert both receive additional pay for that sign-on bonus as well. So congratulations, you guys. Not only the $12.50, but the extra 5 cents a mile for the miles over. So kudos. Now, some of the divisions won't get that accelerated part. Not that you couldn't qualify if your miles were there, but you're probably not going to be getting those miles. Tifton's going to be one of them. That fresh meat fleet that we had before, you wouldn't be getting it. However, we do have an update for the fresh meat fleet. So those of you who are interested in that, please make sure that you're talking to your recruiter, you're talking to your driver manager about it. It's 888-668-0698 for more details on that fresh meat fleet. But and then also talking Midwest Flatbed skipping over to Midwest Flatbed, if you're home on a weekly basis or maybe even on a every other day basis, I'm thinking short haul right here, then you're probably not going to get that accelerated part of the bonus. However, it's still possible because I do know several that still received that extra bonus, really running hard on that. So continue to do that, whether you're a company driver or lease purchase, which lease purchase is an option. So 55 cents a mile for the aluminum. Yep. It's Conestoga. You're out and possibly deadheading back. But it's multiple stops. So that's the Conestoga one. Now, speaking in available positions, we do have a couple of different options here. So I want to make sure out of the Jacksonville, Florida area, I know I'm kind of sticking in that southeast right now, but we have a few different opportunities that are fairly new to us. So if you live in the Jacksonville, Florida area, like in Jacksonville or maybe south of Jacksonville, then we can get you home on a daily basis. I only have one position available for this, by the way, just one position. So we can get you home on a daily opportunity, and you're running a lot of central and southern Florida. It is flatbed. It does require at least 6 months of flatbed experience. Scott says, any dedicated in South Texas? South Texas, no dedicated out of South Texas. Right now, we've got both refrigerated and flatbed, depending on where in South Texas. Now, if you're talking about home, you're looking at flatbed or refrigerated in both for your area. I mean, so what else? Van or so if you're other question that I was getting was if you're a recent graduate of a PTDI certified school. So I know a lot of you don't ask PTDI certified, but if you are a recent graduate of a school and it was at least 160 hours, then we can hire you as a trainee, get you trained in refrigerated or flatbed, and then you can be running solo at that time. However, there's exceptions to that. If you don't live near the Iowa terminal, so if you are outside of the Midwest, then training is not always available. So especially in our flatbed. So we are limited to our flatbed training availability. The best thing to do is to reach out to one of our recruiters and find out what we've got available out of your area. So the number again is 888-668-0698 for more details on that one. Okay. All right. Yes, that Jacksonville, Florida is a guaranteed pay of $1,000 a week. The rate of pay per mile is going to be based off of your experience. So the rate of pay is off of your experience, but you have that guaranteed. So if your rate of pay per mile and the miles you run exceed $1,000, you're going to get the better of the two. The whole goal is to get you more. And obviously, if the harder you're working, we want to make sure that you're compensated for that. That's recognized. Now we do have, so Scott, we don't have any dedicated out of South Texas, but we have a dedicated based out of Nashville, Arkansas that runs into the Dallas, Texas area and some into Houston, Texas. Monroe, Louisiana. That's, I mean, really all of those areas there, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Monroe, Louisiana, Texas or Texarkana or Nashville, Arkansas area. It all originates with the Nashville, Arkansas. Those are hard running loads. I mean, that is, you're working hard for that. It is a guarantee of $1,000 a week, but your rate of pay per mile and your miles that you're running are going to exceed that. So AC will keep you busy, no doubt. But you have that guarantee. Okay. Again, the requirements for the guarantee are going to be the same. No driver service failures, be available at least 5 days out of the week. No CSA violations, no preventable accidents. Get your paperwork in on time. And no load refusals, I think. Is that it? Did I say all 6 of them? Okay. I counted to 6, but I might have said one twice. That's what I can't remember. Anyways, if you have questions, reach out to us. 888-668-0698. Also for flatbed. Oh, for that dedicated position out of the Nashville, Arkansas area, we do require 6 months of flatbed experience. And we ask that you are great about managing your time. We want to make sure that you manage your time well, because it is a boom, 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 boom. You know, you are moving. You know, you're getting the rest when you need the rest and required. You're getting your 3-4 reset, usually at home because you're home on a weekly basis. In some locations, actually, we can get you home more often. So you might be through the house and get to be there for your 10 as well as on the weekends. So yeah, just let us know. And it won't necessarily be the same from week to week on being able to get that 10 at home every week, but it's very likely, especially if you live in the Dallas or Nashville areas. So Houston, not as likely, but some of those areas, yeah. Okay, so back to the short haul. Talking about short haul out of Fort Dodge is, sorry, my back itches. We've got home daily. However, if you're willing to stay out every 2 to 3 days, I'm telling you right now, your miles are going to be that much stronger. You can do whichever one you want. We'll make it work. You're still going to have that guarantee of at least $1,000 a week, but your rate of pay per mile is going to be based off your experience, and of course how much you make is going to be based off of the miles that you're running. Most likely. Now, a year and a half ago, we were paying about $800 a week on this one, and now we're seeing huge pay increases or huge pay spikes for those who are running this. They are working hard. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. The freight is there, no doubt. If you want to stay busy, we can keep you busy. Thanks, Anna. Anna's gone ahead and put some of these links in here for you, so you can go, after today's video, after the live, you can go and click on some of those links, and they will bring you to some of those specific job videos. So if you're wondering about the short haul, some of the running lanes for that, you can go click on that video and check that out. And of course, give one of the recruiters a call, and they can let you know specifically if you're in that area. Hiring areas do change based off of availability. So if we have an area that we have multiple drivers out of, and the freight and the driver count in that area isn't in favor of the driver, then we won't hire more positions out of that location. I think that's probably a given, but sometimes we need to be reminded that, because it is very important to us to honor the home time that we promised to our drivers, and make sure that we're able to get them not only home, but get them the miles that they were planned on ahead of time. So we don't want to be off balance there. It's very important with the logistics and stuff. So feel free to give us a call. Make sure that we still have room if you're coming to board, whether it's the short haul, the over the road. whether it's our fresh meat fleet, which is a dedicated refrigerated position. That position does guarantee you home on a weekly basis. It is a lot of Iowa and Illinois running back and forth. So tons of Iowa and Illinois. Let us know if you have any questions on that one. Great opportunity there. If you're looking for refrigerated, if you want home weekly, if you want a great guaranteed pay, all of that, that's the position to get a hold of. Of course, we've got awesome opportunities no matter where you're looking. Top of the line equipment. And our equipment, like I mentioned, does have all of those amenities. Plus, we are getting, like I mentioned, we do have new trucks coming in. We're supposed to have 11 this week. I haven't confirmed yet. I will actually be on a call at 3 o'clock to confirm the number of trucks that we've got in. So Malachi will keep us up to date. Malachi and Matt will keep us up to date on how many we've got. Now, bouncing back to flatbed, even though I just was talking about the refrigerated position, but with the flatbed out of Chicago, we do guarantee $1,700 and home weekly if you live within 50-mile radius of Chicago. So just give us a holler. Let's talk about it and see. Now, again, if recent graduates, it is at least 160 hours that you are required. Okay, so training. Side note, I want to make sure that I answer this for you as well. For training for those who are recent graduates, you do need to complete 1 full week of orientation in Fort Dodge. Yes, that is different than some of those others. So experienced drivers are only required 2.5 days of orientation. So 2.5 days. But if you are not an experienced driver and are a recent graduate, we want to have a full week. You'll still do the online orientation before coming to Fort Dodge and get that taken care of. Your physical is probably up to date. It's probably brand new. So we'll get the long form from you so that we can get that approved. We'll do the urinalysis, of course. You'll do the hair follicle when you arrive in Fort Dodge, just like everybody else. The PCE as well. PCE is like range of motion, resistance. This is my good arm aim. Range of motion, resistance, and the driving test, of course. You'll meet with your driver manager, go over an expectation form with them. Our expectation form is really just a document that kind of travels along with you from the recruiting process to orientation to meet with your driver manager, so that what you spoke about with your recruiter is hand in hand with the position that you will actually be doing. So your driver manager will have an introduction into what you're looking for home time, for take-home pay, or whatever, all of that. You would fail. I would with my other one, but not this one. So yes, that expectation form is really I don't know, it's a great document to keep everybody in the same loop, making sure that your expectations and our expectations work well together and make you the money that you need it to, basically. But so if you're talking to a recruiter and they're like, okay, I need to fill out an expectation form, that's what we're talking about. We just want to make sure that our conversation is being passed on to the driver manager accurately. And the driver manager reviews that with you so that they know what you're being told from the recruiter, as well as what you're telling the recruiter, so that we're all on the same page. It's a great explanation. It's a long one. All right. Midwest Flatbed, Anna says, ever wanted to be trained to do flatbed? Have more than 6 months of recent OTR? Anything experience? Stop what you're doing and call Anna and get started. 888-668-0698. Yes, we've got our Midwest Flatbed. We have a lot of options, you guys. So depending on where you're at, you might have more than others. But we have Midwest Flatbed. We have Midwest Refrigerated. We have over-the-road flatbed and over-the-road refrigerated. We've got some dedicated and short-haul positions, dedicated refrigerated, short-haul flatbed. We have the Tifton, Conestoga position. We've got some dedicated flatbed down in the southeast. Great opportunity, you guys. So if you have questions for the recruiting department or for someone specifically, please make sure that you reach out to us and and get those details. So it's 888-668-0698. Of course, you can apply directly online at drivedecker.com for more information there. Logic Payback says, I live in PA. How many weeks out and how many days off? So it does depend on where in PA you live, but most likely you're looking at about 2 to 3 weeks out and 3 to 4 days off. So we figure for every 7 days you're out, it's a day and a half home time. So whether you're looking for flatbed or refrigerated. I do need to say, when it comes to flatbed, usually your home time is on the weekend. So you're looking at normally like a Friday night to possibly Sunday night or Monday morning. That's the norm. That's the norm if you're home on a weekly basis as well, but every other is about the same. So if you're out for 2 weeks and you're taking home 3 days off, make sure, and this is something your driver manager will make sure as well, but it's communication between the two of you. We want to make sure that you guys are keeping those lanes of communication open so that we can, we're all on the same page. So great question, but you want to straddle your home time. So if you're taking the 3 days, the cutoff is at Sunday night at 10 p.m. So you either want Saturday, Sunday, Monday as home time, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday as home time. I would assume it's usually the Saturday, Sunday, Monday as home time. And that way you've got some on 1 week and some on the next week for home time. Because if you're home on a weekly basis, obviously the 34 is going to be your home time. But when it's every other week, you gotta work the home time over that pay period so that you're still available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week and you're not cutting your load short. We don't want to cut your miles short. I know that's important to you. It's important to us as well. And so that was probably a longer answer than you wanted, but I want to make sure it was very thorough. And thank you for your patience. All right, any other questions on home time in specific areas? No? All right. Well, before I leave you today, I have, and some of you may have seen this yesterday, but Justin took a moment to record a video for us, Justin Jansen, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So just kind of a thank you and a reminder about Decker, and I just really appreciate him taking the time to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and share the video. If you have any questions, I'll address those afterwards.
Hey Decker family, what's up? Just wanted to talk about the Decker family tree that I thought of. Yes, I think of it as a tree. You got the roots, the people behind the scenes that you don't get to see, that get all this possible for us to do and do our jobs. And you got HR, safety, orientation. There's a whole number of lists that, I don't know, but I know they're there. And they help us with our jobs. They keep our family tree strong and going. And then you have the trunk of the tree. You got your mechanics, the detail shop, and all that stuff. More people that you really don't see unless you really go in there and see. But, and then you got, of course, the branches. Branches like, you got your dispatcher, you got night ops. They direct you where you need to go. And then from those branches, you get small branches, the roads you go on. Then you got your leaves, your family that's at home that you take care of. And that's big. But there's one thing that you have to get started with it. And that's the Decker family that started this all. And I appreciate that. Love you guys. Be safe.
I love that video. Thank you so much, Justin, for sending that in. If you guys have videos or pictures or whatever you'd like to share with us, of course, we are willing to watch and enjoy them along with you. So again, thank you, Justin, for taking the time to do that. Absolutely loved it. And I was very excited to share that this week to honor our human resource, our safety department, our administration, and all of those behind the scenes that help keep our drivers moving. Because if it wasn't for our drivers, America wouldn't be moving, and we all know that. So I'm going to leave you with a picture from Thomas Remington. Shared this yesterday, and I took it and posted it to share. So thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you next week, next Monday on our Facebook Live, which is at 4 p.m. Central. And of course, back here on our YouTube at noon Central on Tuesday. So you guys have an awesome, safe week, and we'll see you next week. Next week, by the way, is Brake Safety Week, or at least preparing for Brake Safety Week, which is actually, I believe, the 23rd through the 28th. So we'll just get you a little reminder for the FMCSA Brake Safety Week inspection that's coming up. So stay safe, you guys. Be good.